The economic growth that we have experienced in last 150 years has been exceptional. We are lucky to have been born in this era and enjoyed the luxuries of the life that the earth had to offer. But to expect this to continue forever from here on is too optimistic. It is not possible. I think it's almost impossible. So we are going to look at it from macro level, from very top level, and then micro level, and see why it is impossible. This is Milky Way galaxy. This galaxy has billions and millions of stars and planets. Our solar system belongs to this galaxy, and so far we have not found life anywhere in this galaxy. And this galaxy is one of the billions and trillions of galaxies out there in the universe. So life in general, as far as we know, is very rare. Now why is it so? Because for life to exist, it needs resources. As the complexity of life goes up, so does the dependence on the resources. Now Earth is a finite planet, and most of the resources required by living things are finite. But the most important resource for any living thing to survive is energy. Only plants are autotrophic, that is, that they can make their own food. All other organisms depend on plants indirectly or directly to get the food and in turn generate their own energy, which is used by them to move around locally within the capacity of their body. So energy use was localized. Species could only move up to a point where their bodies could take them. They didn't have external help to move them from one place to other. As a result, energy was balanced. This balance of energy led to the evolution of many species of plants, animals, aquatic animals over billions of years, which in turn added to a positive feedback. Earth is the only planet in our solar system that supports life, and Earth is the only planet that we know so far in the cosmos that has life. So we can say that to have a planet with so many components to support life is very, very rare. In cosmic probabilities, the amount of resources that humans need supported by any planet is extremely rare. So human existence and survival has been on this planet during the window of extremely perfect conditions because there was a balance of energy and life. During Mesozoic period about 250 million years ago, plant, algae and living organisms in shallow sea got converted to fossil fuel under pressure and environmental conditions. Now energy cannot be created or destroyed, so this energy from these living organisms got converted to fossil fuel. Now looking from cosmic view, not only the life is rare, but amount of energy needed by life to live in prosperity perpetually is extremely rare. Till the beginning of 18th century, human growth was pretty much steady. There were innovations on the way, but they mostly revolved around day-to-day survival. The resources were limited to those available in the local area as they didn't have extra energy source to move them away from their area. You can see how steady economic growth as well as population growth was up till 1859 as shown above by the arrow. In 1859, petrol was discovered. Petrol was the fossil fuel which was formed about 250 million years ago by dying algae and plants. This new source of energy was cheap, readily available and easy to transport. And with this energy on the side, humans were able to move to the places where they couldn't go before. This started the beginning of our new economic boom. Economic growth led to population boom, and population boom led to more economic growth as more and more companies were started to satisfy the needs and the demands of the growing population. Slowly and slowly, the entire world was brainwashed that the human development and human standard of living is the only priority for the world. Lot of resources were used and are being used, and all this was going on the bench of the cheap energy. Cheap energy was responsible for globalization because it was now very easy to transport material from one place on the planet to another place. And as if it was not enough, a debt was introduced into the financial system where people could borrow today from their future growth to enjoy today. As a result, the countries went on a borrowing binge, lowering the interest rate so people could borrow more and more and exploit the nature and its resources to its extreme. In order to satisfy human greed with cheap oil on its side, trees are cut, rivers are polluted, oceans are mined, forests are destroyed, and wildlife is losing habitat, all this fueled by cheap oil, as if earth is here to satisfy need and greed of human species only. All while forgetting that if life in this cosmos is rare, then for one species to enjoy life to such an extent is extremely rare. The oil-led economic boom led to population growth, which in turn led to many service-oriented jobs created to service humans. In order to support the large population, financialization of natural resources were done. Financial markets became too big to fail. Companies must keep on growing and building new stuff to satisfy the greed of humans. In this way, the finite resource of cheap oil or energy has led to infinite growth and aspirations of humans on this finite planet, which is coming to an end. Not only the oil, but other natural resources like timber, soil, water, seafood, metals, trees, and much more is over-harvested and polluted. The only reason our civilization could get this far is because no other creature on this planet before us used so much energy and so much natural resources. The last 180 years of economic growth because of cheap oil is getting over. Oil is a natural commodity. We only have a limited supply of oil. Besides, only few countries have oil reserves. Our economy work on credit. That means we borrow from future. But we are indirectly borrowing natural resources from future that includes oil. And since energy cannot be created or destroyed and change forms only, all that energy that we use from oil is still in different form on this earth. You can call it pollution or global warming. This change in energy is also causing extreme environmental conditions like droughts, heavy rainfall, snow melts, hurricanes, forest fires, etc. There will be alternative energy sources like nuclear or solar, but it has limitation. None of them is as easy to use and as easy to transport as oil. We have traded nature with paper wealth. In order to satisfy our economy, we have changed the original composition of natural resources available to us. This in turn has changed the balance of energy and life. This change in energy and life is already showing its result. Extinction of species and new pandemics are gripping the world. Corona is not the first, but it will not be the last. Extreme and unpredictable climatic conditions like droughts, storms, rainfall, floods, hurricanes, forest fires will become frequent. This oil-fueled economic growth will slow down considerably, and no amount of financial intervention will work in long term. I believe the process has already started as paper wealth loses its value before natural wealth. All the natural resources will become very expensive, and leading them will be energy resources like wood, fuel, petrol, oil, gas. This is going to affect a lot of people. There will be alternate sources of energy, many renewable like solar, wind, turbine, but still it will not bring out same amount of growth as we had with oil. Our economy is playing musical chair with the resources. One by one, as resources will be gone, there will be no more place to sit upon. Why do we want to grow so much? Why do we want to have new stuff all the time? Can't we slow down? Mahatma Gandhi has said, Earth has enough for human need, but it doesn't have enough for human greed. One day go out and see in the sky. Our Earth is very lonely in the cosmos. As Carl Sagan has said, it is a pale blue dot, yet it has given us so much. This beautiful planet is a miracle, and to expect that we can use it and get more and more and more for our growth and our prosperity is simply a fantasy. Thank you.